Hey everyone, it's Strange Michael. I hope you're doing well today. I have a video here to talk about a found footage movie that gets recommended to me literally all of the time. One on Reddit, one on top 10 lists on random websites that I probably shouldn't go to and probably have my data leaked to somewhere in the other part of the world. And also YouTube videos. A lot of people recommend this movie. I'd never seen it before, but it was on Tubi, so I checked it out for free. And it is a 2021 film called The Andy Baker Tape. And it's about an hour and 10 minutes, so the pacing kind of zooms by for the most part. I have to tell you, concept-wise, I really like this movie. Basically, you have a guy who is trying to get his YouTube channel bought out and eventually turned into a TV show from the Food Network. Because I live in America, and for anybody who doesn't know that doesn't live in America, we have a channel on our cable TV that is called the Food Network. It's literally about kitchen shows and shit like that, if you happen to like that kind of thing. My wife likes it. I can't fucking stand it. Everybody on these shows seems so fake most of the time, except for Gordon Ramsay. But he's more of a reality TV guy who's not really on Food Network as much as other people, like the Pioneer Woman. Who the fuck pays attention to the Pioneer Woman? Anyway, so this guy, he is trying to get his TV show off the ground, and I guess he has to film a pilot before Food Network will really sit down and have a meeting with him, but they are talking with him about buying his channel. And he has to film kind of a special pilot, and what he decides to do is take a little bit of real-life experience where he found out that his dad had had a son that he didn't know about with some other lady that he had been with at some point in time. And so this main character guy has a half-brother out there. He's never met him before. And he himself, the main character, is kind of an asshole. He's kind of a likable asshole, so I guess I liked him because he reminded me of me. But he goes to meet his half-brother for the first time, so it's kind of a little bit of a road trip film. And then when they meet up, they bond so well from the get-go, even though this guy's a little weird. By the way, he's the co-writer of the movie. Good performance for both of these guys, by the way. That brother, half-brother, whatever, is a little strange, a little protected. He seems like he had helicopter parents or something. Like he's going to tell you drugs are bad, MK, or something. Anyway, these two get along so well that the main character says, hey, you know, we should go on another trip together, go try out some more restaurants and whatever on this trip, and you can kind of be my camera guy and kind of my co-host. And he's a little bit of an awkward kid, but the main guy, he feels like one of these guys that would be on the Food Network. I don't know if that was deliberate as a character thing or a writing thing or a performance, I don't know, or whether it was a straight-out diss track against Food Network people. But it was awesome nonetheless. I really like him and I really like the brother's performance. What I have an issue with is that as the movie goes on, you kind of realize there isn't much happening. Both of these guys have very different personalities. Like I said, the main character being a YouTuber, like many of us, is kind of outgoing, kind of obnoxious, especially his love for food and how he talks about food. It's very pretentious shit. I love it. I think it's funny. It's played up for laughs a couple of times. And the brother's more of like this almost on the verge of being an Amishman kind of dude. And I like him a lot. He seems like a very sweet fellow, but he seems like he has some kind of built-up, pent-up anger inside of him somewhere. But we don't know yet. We don't really know who's worse out of the two. We like watching the movie, I think. I think most people would admit to that. And the tension building between them because of the main character, this whole YouTube thing is all he has. It's his job, it's his life, his equipment is all he can afford right now. He really doesn't have anything, not a girlfriend or anything like that around him. He's kind of a loser, but kind of a guy who has potential to do something great with his life and with his career. And I admire that. I like that about this guy and that he really relies on this. But sometimes if the other guy messes with his equipment a little bit, he gets a little hasty with him, you know, a little aggressive. So these two are very interesting people. The actors, the performances, the writing they put together for these two. And I like that part of it. But again, you kind of realize later on there's not really much of anything happening. It's kind of a letdown in that regard. But I had a good time watching this film for the most part. I don't know if I would recommend this to everybody. This is not a hidden horrors movie review because I don't think it's a massive hidden gem. But for people who like found footage movies, this might be up your alley. This is something I'm reviewing because of the reputation this movie has as one of the best found footage films ever. And I kind of don't agree, but I do think that most of the time I like found footage movies, so I enjoyed this. The Andy Baker Tape is a good flick for the right person. It's relatively well shot for the budget they had, which was basically nothing. I thought they did well with that, and their performances were good too, like I said. These guys have not done much, which is kind of a shame because they deserve to have a little bit more of a career. I think both of them are talented people. But this is this is not going to be a movie for everybody, is what I'm trying to tell you. It's interesting, it's kind of generic, and kind of predictable sometimes, which I don't hate that. Predictability is fine. Why mess with a formula if it works? This reminds me of a lot of the sketch from the first VHS movie involving the married couple and somebody sneaking into their hotel room. So that's cool too. I like that whole concept. But anyway, I really enjoyed this for what it was. That is not an excuse to tell you like, hey, this is this amazing movie that you should go out of your way to go check out and stuff. If it sounds cool to you, if the concept of these two guys trying to bond who've never known each other, who are grown-ass adults at this point, if that sounds cool to you, this being more of a character movie, I think you'll like it. I think you'll like pretty much all of it. It's kind of bittersweet by the end of it because of the character stuff that's happening here. So I do like that, and I do admire that about the film. Like I said, I wanted to make that very clear to you in case you haven't seen it. But at the end of the day, Andy Baker Tape, I think, is good, not great, not amazing, not life-changing, but just good. Something entertaining to change a little bit of your day up, have something fun and kind of entertaining to watch. If I had to rate it on a 5-star basis, this beloved found footage film would get like a 3 out of 5 stars for me. Thought it was cool for what it was, and that's really all I have to say. Anyway, have you seen it? What do you think about it? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and comments about the Andy Baker Tape film down in the comment section down below. Let me know everything you think about it, and if you have some more recommendations for more found footage films or movies like this, found footage or otherwise, let me know down in the comments. I'll try to check it out at some point. Anyway, thank you guys, God bless you all, catch you later, and goodbye.